having you. Saturday the 20th of January, and we're out on a road trip, me and my mate here, Maddog. And you've seen this place before, so I ain't going to document it too heavy on this one. We're at Rodbaston Open Day College, Rodbaston being on the Stafford Road in Wolverhampton, just off the Gailey Island. They're a big supplier of fish to the nurseries and one thing and another. So they're English bred fish, but I'll spin you around, I'll show you what sort of quality you've got. Some of this stuff in here is cracking, to be quite honest. If you don't want to pay the Japanese prices, always look out for the open days at Rodbaston, because they do some lovely little fish. Now I'll take you to the first vat. Maddog's obviously talking business, so I've let him get on with it. He's already gone through to the fry house, but I'll show you what we've got in these vats. He just said something about he's got about 14 tonne of fish, so you can imagine. I'll spin you around. If you ain't already seen this place, I'll show you now. So if I walk up here, we'll go right to the store. So as you walk in, you enter through this door here. Now normally you can't park down here. I've managed to, but you walk into Rodbaston now. This is a college. What you've got to remember is this is a college what teaches you students on the ins and outs of spawning, breeding, fish rearing, and so on and so forth. Like I said, sort of quality you sort of come to expect, such as that one there, Jackie there. But they also do a lot of fisheries for the carp industry. So there's an information board on how to spawn fish. Obviously they use injections and then hand strip, mix the milt, dispatch the milt. I'll show you the lung ponds which are in there if you like. They're on the other side, that's where Maddog's gone. So I'll show you them in a bit, all up to the fry. So as we walk in, massive, that there is a bio chamber, that is full of K1. So at the minute that's bubbling away. Big Hydrotech drum. As you look down, that's just a view from here. We've got a big holding tank here which you've got the heaters in there, even though they've said they've no heat on at the moment, they're only at 6 degrees. As we enter the vats, these fish around about 4 inches. Done my best with it, but you know, can't expect too much with the glare and stuff. So we've got Ginrin, Ogans, Yamabukis and Platinum. We've also got what looks like Miracarp or Commons, by the look of it, fully scaled Commons. Could even be small shags. Move on to the next one. These are slightly smaller, around about 4 inches. Again, you've got your Ogons, Ginrin and Platinum, all different sort of shapes, colours and everything in here. You can see they're straight up looking for food. All these systems, I mean there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 vats down this row, all run on that big bio and that drum. We move over here. Now as I said, they do supply to the garden centre, and in the garden centres you're going to see these things. Shabunkins, so if you're into your shabunkins or your goldfish, again Rodbaston is the place to get them from, especially on the open days. You get them at sort of a trade price. They give you a bag, don't even give you a box to be fair, but they give you a bag and you take them out in a bag. So we've got shabunkins in there, plenty of. And then we come to the mixed koi, which is, let's see what we've got in here. We've got Chisui, we've got Sankey, we've got Shower, we've got Beko, we've got Lemon Harawaki. Again we've got some Ginrin Ogans and so on. I mean this tank is full. It's full of different varieties of Kawaku. As you know, if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I've had fish from here myself. They're all at Maddog's now. So yeah, there's some cracking fish at Maddog's what we've sort of purchased from here in the past. So that's just a quick look in that pond. Here he is, just walked past me, look like you don't even know me. You know what I mean? I'll bring him over here, he walks past you like you don't know you. Got hard on. Then we come down here to another vat of shibunk. This is absolutely rammed. There's 1 or 2 shibunkins in here. These shibunkins looking around about 3 inches. But there's thousands of them in there. Absolutely. Thousands.
Absolutely amazing.
This is the bloke who's just walked past me as though he don't know me. You know what I mean?
Talking business, you know.
Talking
business.
If you like what you see, some of these fish are going to be available at West Cross Pool.
Definitely going to. We're going to have
very near future.
We're going to have one vat specifically for goldfish, bumpkins, comets, and that'll be ready for the kids, so the kids can come in and have a dip in.
There you go. Dip your nets, dip your own, catch your own.
Carry on talking.
You know what I mean? I might as well just I'll go sit in the car. I might as well not be here. He's off outside now. I don't know what they're up to, but they're doing something. So as we move on to the next vat, we've now got, again, Alvin's, ghost koi, whatever you want to call them. You can see, obviously, I don't know if I'm zoomed in here, I think I am a little bit. I mean, these are sort of 5 to 6 inches long. And that's how they sell them here at Rodbaston. They sell them like, 3 to 4s, 4 to 5s, 6 to 7s, and so on and so forth. But there's the dark ones you can see in here again. I believe they're either goldfish or them commons. You know the dark ones in the vats, and the dark ones, and they goldfish. The dark ones and they goldfish. What, just they turned you? Or are they common? F1s. Oh, they're F1s. They're F1s, common, basically. So yeah, as I said, they also supply to the fishing trade. Here you go. There's a load of mirrors. I don't know if the phone's picking them up, but there's a vat full of mirror carp here. Absolutely, hundreds of them in there. I've got to stop saying this, bloody absolutely. It's Maddog's fault this is. Then we come over to the goldfish. Again, nice variety of goldfish, nice different colours. There's also some shibunkins and stuff mixed in. But as you can see, I mean, these are sort of late spawnings from last year, what Rodbaston have kept over the winter. Now coming into January, this is where they'll start to ship them out to different garden centres and different suppliers and dealers. Then, before we go around the other side, we'll have a look at these. These are the bigger koi. Just have a quick look at that. If you want to, you can pause that, have a look at the prices. This is the Rodbaston open day, so you've got your goldfish, shibunkins, ghost koi, ogon, tench. All your koi there, all your koi are listed in that part there. So I don't know if you're getting that. And then you got your commons and your mirrors and so on and so forth. But these are the sort of quality of koi that you're looking at from here. And you know what? This camera don't really do much justice, but there is some lovely looking fish in here. Sankis, lemon arawakis, shisui, shower. Nice shower there, down at the bottom there. Just see it down there. Nice looking shower. Again. These, looking at, I mean they're slightly bigger than what these are. They're around about 10 to 12 inches. These are probably 8 to 10 inches. But again, cracking selection, Aquacultural, lemon arawaki, Deutz and scaled. Sankis, Beckos, Shisui. And then we look at these again, same sort of size, just split between the ponds. Maddog's just having a lesson at the moment. As you can see, they don't feed coppins, not much of it. All that coppin's food there. And I know there's some up in the other part as well. Then we come in here again, nice load of Sankis in here. Few shower.
So
Kawaku, Itsuri. I think that's what Maddog's looking for. So he's looking at getting some Itsuris in. But yeah, as I said, all fed on coppins. There you go, coppins. Okay.
Yeah, sound.
You look a bit confuzzled.
No, I'm specifically looking for Shishui.
Shisui? Shisui?
Yeah, I'm looking for those specifically.
Some in there, some in there, some in there.
Well, some in here, some crackers in here.
Yeah. That's what he's after, Shisuis. If you don't know what a Shisui is, there's one there, look, just with the zipper on.
I know, we have, we won't, yeah, we'll straight through.
That's just typical Glyn, that is.
Yeah, I do, you know me, I see one fish, I see 500.
But I mean, I ain't a Ginrin lover, but some of these fish what I'm Ginrin in here, they really are something special on the Ginrin, if I'm honest. They really are. English fresh fish, something really special about a Ginrin over here. And I've said it before, you know, you can go around the dealers, Japanese dealers and one thing or another, and you can see some special Ginrins, but these have got a Ginrin of their own. These are really, I don't fucking get any sort of properly on camera. I mean, the camera shows different to the eye, as you know, but there's a Ginrin Becco just down the bottom there, as you can see it. And then you've got the Ginrin Arawaki just going under there. Ginrin Sankis. But yeah, they need a bit more daylight other than what they've got here, which is just like dirty daylight vents, if you like. But they do need a bit more daylight. So once you get these out in, especially in the summer, these are going to be absolutely fantastic. There you go, Maddog's tour. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, they are. You know what? They're nice fish, nice pond fish. If you're one of these who want to pay the Japanese prices, like I've said, this is the sort of place to come. Right, let's zoom it out a little bit. How bright are them? Again, around about 8 to 10 inches. Maybe a little bit more actually, 10 to 12. All sorts going on in here. Now, I bought one from here, it's been a few years ago. It's actually Maddog's got it now. And it was like a proper little peachy colour, and it turned into one of them ones there. I don't know if you can see it, that one there. It turned into like a nice Ginrin orangey one. Like I said, also at Maddog's at the minute. Here he is, look. Cabbage. Look at him with cabbage, eh? He's a lovable cabbage. So again, mostly Ogons at the moment. They have said that they're going to be breeding the koi around about March, more koi, when the weather picks up. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, if you look at these pipes, that's like an 8-inch pipe. That's the return pipe, obviously, across there. Everything's fed off its own drain, so they've got all the drains linked up at the bottom in the red pipe, if you can see that. So all the drains go into there. So that's a 12-inch pipe, and everything runs back into that system there. So again, we've got a bit of a mixture here. We've got Shisui, Sanke, Kawaku, Showa, Kajaku, the odd one. I'm trying to get it so as we ain't got too much glare on the water and you can actually see what I'm looking at. I mean, little Shisuis, you know, again, they need a bit of colour food maybe, a bit of colour food down there, a little bit of sunlight and they'll pop, they really will. Maddog, plenty Shisuis in here, about that big, plenty on it. Oh, I ain't been in there. You went in there, yeah? We're going to have a look in a minute. Oh, what? Oh, the red one. The red pipe. I know. Yeah, it's alright. Maddog was just pointing out the bottom drains going into that big red pipe. Everything's linked. It's all linked as one system. So if you want to go biosecure, this is as biosecure as you can ever get because everything's on one system. So again, what we got? Shabunkins and goldfish. Bigger ones. I mean, I've got no idea about Shabunkins, but I would imagine there's probably one or two nice ones in there. I have no idea. So anybody who's a Shabunkin fan, maybe you could educate me on that side. And the koi, if you don't mind. Again, Shabunkins and goldfish again. Yeah, that's like I said, I know nothing about Shabunkins, but these look a little bit spotty. I don't know if that's normal or whether that's what people look for. I have no idea. But if I can zoom into a couple. Look a little bit spotty with the black spots. Whether that's good or bad, I have no idea. Or whether it's just a personal preference like with koi, maybe. There's one or two little chagois in there as well. There's one just going over the back here. Sorry if it's blurred, I'm struggling with the glare off the water. Let me come up here. I don't know if you're going to see these. These look like... well, I don't actually know what they look like. They're obviously carp, I would have thought. But I know they breed barbel here as well. They could be barbel. I don't know what the white ones are. But the tank's full of black ones like the white ones. So I have no idea at the moment. So I ain't sure on what they're there's no description as to what's on there. And then we come back to Hogans and them and chagois in there, no two ways about it. Some chags in there with them. Look at this. Oh, I'm zoomed in again, I'm sorry. So they've come up looking for food now, look. Straight on my fingers. I know you're supposed to do this, and I wouldn't recommend anybody doing it in a breeders in a place like this, but there you go. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So we've sort of round the back now. Here's the level out, if you like, the holding tank, which levels out the water. That's the return going back through again. So as you can see, it comes out to the buyout chamber. That's just the off run of the returns. So when the returns are valved back, instead of having back pressure on the pumps, it just comes through there, back into there, and levels everything out. So a good system, to be fair. But yeah, what a cracker. Right, I'm going to pause you there, I'm going to have a look around, I'm going to have a rattle, see what's going on, and we'll have a look, see if we can go into the other part and enjoy that. I know I'll put off a little bit soon then, sorry about that. So that's the main sort of grow-on facility, if you like. Now I'm going to take you through where the magic starts, where it's a lot warmer in this part of the place. So again, I'll spin you around, I'll show you what we're going to have a look at in here. Again, we've got these vats. These vats are around about 8 foot square. Yeah, 7 or 8 foot square. Don't know how many gallons they are. Maddog's talking business, so I've got no chance to talk to her. So we'll start down this end anyway. As you can see, this water in here is very tanned. Nothing like the water in the other part. The reason this water's very tanned is because these are on a very heavy sort of feeding regime, if you like. So these get heavily fed, and they're under heat as well. You can actually feel the warmth in this building. With it being middle of January, obviously it's freezing cold outside, and we've just had a very a long cold spell. So the tanned water, these are the Ogons again. These obviously not coming up so much because, as I've said, they're on auto feeders, fed heavily. So this is sort of the growing on facility. We move over here, these are just getting a little bit here, look. So you can see there's a mixture of Sankey, Shower, Ogon, all sorts going on in there. Again, very tanned the water. It's all Cocken's food. Cocken's food tans your water if you feed heavily. We all know that. But again, some lovely looking fish in there. The sumi on these fishes is cracking. I know people big up the sumi on Japanese koi, and 90% of the Japanese koi on now you can't beat it. You really can't. But these, for English bred fish, probably some of the best going about. And again, they're only bred for commercial properties. Garden centres, small dealers, places like that. It's a really interesting place to come round. This is the pumping chamber. You can see the coil in the chamber as well. You can get it. Stainless steel coil there. Runs off a boiler. Where's the boiler now? I don't know. There's a boiler in here somewhere. I think that's it there. Runs off a boiler. Keeps the water on the flow, keeps everything at a level, keeps it warm. That one then feeds all them. This system feeds all them. Again, that's full of K1, bubbling away. So Don't know what that is. That might be bicarb to keep the KH up. Couple of comets in there as well down the bottom. But yeah, as we move on, again these fish are a little bit skittish to people coming in because there's no water feeder on this. No water feeder on this one. So these are looking for food. Look, these are up after food, thinking they're going to get fed. I'm looking for the food now. Shouldn't really do this again. They are. So there's your Coppins pellets, 2 or 3 mil. That's what they're after. You can actually feel them. You can probably hear them as well, knocking against the against the vat as they're darting around looking for the food. But again, Shisui, Sankey, Hiatsuri, Kawaku, Albons, Gauskoi, they call them here. We'd probably call them Matsubas maybe, they call them Ghosties. Here's Shabunkins. Are they? No? I thought they were Shabunkins to start with, but they are. These are the smaller ones, little Sankies and showers and stuff again. Basically your mix again. Koi mix. That's what I'll reference to them as from now on because I'm sick of saying all the names. Again, small koi mix. These again on auto feeders. Small ones, around about 3 inches. I don't know what sort of size pellet these are on. Just the small stuff. I mean that's like a 1 mil pellet that is, or half a mil pellet even. So they're only on the small stuff. As you can see, the sun's just dropped in actually. Sinking pellets. Less competition for food. Very slowly sinking. You can see that's still dropping through the water. Still some floating and gradually they're dropping down as it. So these fish are sort of getting fed as they go around. Good them feeders, just like a belt. Set her off. It's just like a belt. So what happens is, as you can see, that pushes. This metal plate pushes forward. All the food's sitting on the belt and it just drops a little bit out every now and again. The trouble is when you tap them or touch them, that's what happens. The food comes out. So these are Shabunkins there. Come on now, you fish, mate. That's it long enough. So we've got Shabunkins in here, goldfish again, all under each. I think the rest are empty. I believe these are empty now. As we spin round, back to the vat we were at. Look at this. If you didn't watch my video last time, if you never watched my videos last, I shouldn't be feeding these. Then you probably never saw this. Now this container, let me zoom around a little bit. This container stands around about 5 foot, 4.5, 5 foot tall. Around about 6 foot round. How about that for a moving bed? Drum filter just going off as you can hear. How about that for a moving bed? I dread to think how much K1's in there, but look at the colour of it as well. Look how brown that K1 is. Nice and mature. And I think these, as I showed you on the photos when we first come in, these are the tanks where they spread the eggs. So when the fish have spawned, or they've stripped the fish, they spread the eggs in these tanks. Now there's a constant flow of water through these tanks, so it's going over the eggs all the time. I'm wondering what that is down there. I don't think they make, but there's a constant flow of water going through this all the time, so obviously the eggs are constantly getting flowed over. I don't know if they put nets in. I've never actually been in here when they've done it, but it's just a long trough and that's where the eggs go when the fish spawn, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. Oh, and the little black ones that we looked at in there, where I said I ain't sure what they am, they were actually tench. And the young lad who's here was telling me that they breed the tench for the kingfisher project, and what happens is they breed the tench to feed the kingfishers. So it's natural, isn't it? Kingfisher eats fish. It's all in the name, kingfisher. But again, I know we've looked at the massive moving boyo there. There's 6 tanks here, and this is the system for the 6 tanks, including the header tanks as well. I don't believe there's fish up there. I reckon that's all part of the filter system, as we can see. So there's a level indicator there, that clear tube, or what was clear, I suppose. So they've got the Hydrotech drum filter. Again, same sort of situation on a smaller scale as what we had in the other room, where this is basically the water level and whatever else, and the heater is in there. Then we've got the moving bed. Black K1 in there as well. Some of that cheap black K1 stuff. So it's plastic media at the end of the day. If I can get outside, I'm not sure if we can today. But the filter system out there is so basic, you would not believe. There's 2 24-foot bassins out there, plus mud ponds. But the filter system on that is so basic, you wouldn't believe it. If I can't get out, you need to look back on my old videos, and you'll see the filter system out there is unbelievably basic, and the fish look cracking. So yeah, obviously, as I said, college. So you've got all sorts going on, all sorts for the students. Even though there's no students around today, other than the one maybe. Again, header tank there for the top-ups and so on and so forth. The doors are shut, so I ain't going to open them, but you can probably just see the bassins outside with some polytunnel hoops over the top for the nets, just to stop any herons and so on. But the fish in them ponds outside, they're the parents, so you've got the males and the females. Just over the back you can see, I don't know if you can, there's a mud pond over the back. I think there's about 6 mud ponds around here, then there's a big polytunnel over the back, which is just one complete big mud pond. So that's Rodbaston College. Cracking day out. So keep an eye on Facebook, look for them on Facebook at Rodbaston College. And on the next open day, which I would imagine will probably be around about March, get yourself over here, have a look. It's just a couple of hours, you'll be glad you did it, you know, in fairness. You know, even if you're into your Jap koi and nothing else, and you don't want anything else but Japanese koi, it's worth coming just to have a look, to see how things are done. You know, it is... Oh, my finger's in the way, my fat finger. But there is some lovely fish, there really is some lovely fish. And they're in tip-top condition as well. And that's the beauty of this place, they come out of here in tip-top condition. You can buy them, they'll bag them up, and they're really good fish. So I'm probably actually going to leave that there, because I wasn't going to do any footage, said, and I've probably got about half hour's worth now, which will make a video on its own. So I might just upload it as its own video, this one, just to say, you know, show you where we've been and what we're doing, and yeah, interesting. Catch you later.